Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk with you about, on the second episode of Becoming to be Masculine, I'm going to talk about being kind, humble, and forgiving. And we're going to start with kindness. And no matter how successful you are, I don't think you have lived your life fully if you are like a dick, if you aren't kind, if you are mean to people. And honestly, your success doesn't matter to anyone if you're like a dick, So be kind to people. You never know what they are going through in their lives. Because usually there's this quote like the kindest, the people that went through the most are the kindest, the people that have cried the most smile the widest. And I think it's true because a really kind person doesn't want to see other people go through the same suffering that they did. And they want to help people. They want to be kind. They want to help them. The people in need. And you have to be kind. It's a must if you want to become truly masculine. Don't be a dick just because you're successful, you've made a lot of money. None of that matters. It's the way you treat people that matters. And being kind to someone who won't hurt you. No one will make fun of you for being kind. And if they do so, then that's a bad sign for them, for what kind of person they are. So be kind. You never know what someone is going through. You help people. You should help people because, especially if you went through the same stuff as them. I was pretty skinny. I was very skinny before I started working out. And when I see a skinny person in the gym, I always help them, because I know how it feels and it sucks, So be kind. And the next thing is being humble, because as you grow and grow, being a guy, self-improvement, your ego is gonna go up. That's just how us humans work. So be humble. Don't forget where you started. And my favorite movie, it's like a series, Rocky. You've probably heard of it. It's for a boxer. I forgot my thoughts. Rocky has always been humble during his whole life, except this one part. It was third part, I think, where he got forced into being famous, being the big deal, and his ego grew a lot, his humility and his humbleness decreased, and that led him to losing the title. And he lost his title. Later on he regained it, but the point was that you should never forget where you came from. That's something like my dad. He's told me since I can remember myself, because let's say you become the super giant bodybuilder, but once you were skinny or you were very fat, and you go and make fun of those who are skinny, who are fat, and you forgot where you came from because you are one of those people. You had the same struggles that they did, and yet you make fun of them. So that's no good. And the last thing is we are back to the back of the building, is because I walk too fast. And the third thing is forgiveness. because that's honestly the hardest part in this whole list. As my mom says, forgiveness is one of the hardest things a person can do. And I agree with her, because if someone has hurt you in the past, and if someone has hurt you in the past, you hold on to that, you maybe hate that person and stuff. And I know how it is. I certainly hated people, but the previous sentence, the key word, was the past. It's gone now. You can't go back to it. So you can't fix the stuff that happened. You can't undo what has been done, and you shouldn't hate on people, because forgiveness is mostly about you. It's for your soul to be in peace, and that in the previous episode, that's what I talked about my spiritual, being strong spiritually. God forgave us all as a Christian. He forgave all of our sins. His son died on the cross, and who are you to not forgive others? And it certainly will take time, a lot of people say, I'm never going to forgive them, I'm never going to forgive that person and stuff. I've said that as well. But time will pass, time will heal you, God will heal you. You will move on. You will become a better person until you forgive. And you will forgive the person that hurt you, because there was this quote in Berserk. I don't remember who said it, but it went, hatred is a place where a man who can't stand sorrow goes. And it's true, don't live your life being driven by hatred. Don't go into the villain arc and stuff. I'm gonna make a video about it soon. About going into the villain arc. But don't get driven by hatred. You won't go very far. Oh my god, this song. Forgive. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna be hard for you, maybe, if you're not a person that's very forgiving. But in order to be in peace with yourself, to feel good, you have to forgive. You can't hold everything back, and you shouldn't be driven by hatred. And that's what I pretty much wanted to say about these three things. Next video is probably tomorrow. I couldn't wait to make this one, honestly. Yesterday, what was it? Now it's Friday. So yesterday I was oh my god, I can't wait to make for Friday to come so I can make the video and stuff. Hello everyone. So I'm going out with friends right now, and I just wanted to add something to the video, because I talked to my dad. I just want to start a conversation with him, and I was thinking about the video, because my mom, when I was thinking about the video, I said, hey dad, how mom says that forgiveness is the hardest thing a person can do, because my mom isn't in town right now, so I just thought it might be a good conversation starter. And he told me that when he was a little bit older than me, about 19, he read a quote from a very big guy. He doesn't remember his name, but he says that the guy from that forgiveness is the greatest sign of humaneness. And to that I want to add that only the strong must forgive, because when you forgive someone, it shows that they're in the past and that their actions don't affect you anymore. What they've done, it doesn't matter now. When you forgive them, you don't hold anything against them. You just have them. You still. It doesn't mean that you have to like them or anything. It doesn't mean that you have to become friends. But it means that you keep forgiving them for what they've done, because you're a stronger person, better person, and that you just want peace in your mind, so you forgive them instead of holding it and filling your heart with hatred. So I think this is a very nice note to add. So yeah, that's about this for this video. Don't live your life with regrets.